Part 4, Perfect Film. Actually, for high quality PCB, film quality is crucial. And in this chapter we will discuss how to get a perfect film and understand the basic concept of that. And we will start with artwork. Before we move further, let's remember that we have two types of artwork principles. One is so-called pixel graphics and one is vector graphics. And classical pixel graphics are JPEG, PNG, TIFF. Those graphics what we are making with photo camera, video camera, those are pixel graphics, and they typically have a large size. How it works? You are making picture, and this picture is made from the large amount of dots. And if you're coming back to photography, super advanced cameras has 50 megapixels per photography with a high resolution. In the same time, they have always finite resolution. In vector graphics, each picture element is described with a mathematical formula. Let's take a simple example. For example, if you have a circle, you need to know coordinates where it's located, you need to know a radius, and it is fully described. And in case you want to resize it, you just apply some mathematical multiplier and say that radius is 2 times higher, and they will draw that element twice larger. How does it look in a real life when we are talking about graphics and high graphics resolution? For example, here I made several tests with a high resolution pictures exported from Gerber files. It's a great picture, bright and sharp, but let's zoom in and what we see. You can see our resolution is getting lower and lower, and there's nothing about the resolution. It's kind of totally lost sharpness, and you can see there is even some space with a changing intensity of a black and white. In reality, from high resolution picture, it is difficult to get a good artwork for PCB film. Even you have a high resolution picture, not good. And let's look at the same picture from a PDF file. Here we have PDF file, and let's zoom in the same picture. We're zooming. I zoomed a lot. It's a perfect circle. Absolutely sharp edges. Doesn't matter how much I zoom in, computer just change values in a formula and draw perfect circle. And here you can get a perfect artwork. Actually, you can do the infinite zooming. For some reason, my computer don't allow to do it, but even there, probably you need different type of file. But as you know, the PDF files, if they are made correctly, they're vector graphics. Yeah, absolute perfection. How about the Gerber files? Here we have a Gerber file. And if you zoom in, perfect, yeah. I zoomed in, I don't know how deep I zoomed in. It's absolutely perfect artwork. And this is artwork what we want to print. We don't want to print JPEG, PNG or TIFF files. We want vector graphics. And here where is a conversion, we can save as the XF, we can save a PDF, and we also can save as image. And an image you can define a digital size, but this mostly for demonstration purposes. If you want to print your artwork on a film, you need a vector graphics. And unfortunately, this Gerber Viewer software is a paid software. You can get it for free. Most of the free Gerber Viewer softwares don't allow you to export vector graphics. You can export only high resolution pictures. Could you live with a high resolution pictures? Generally yes, but if you're really going for 10 mils or even less than 10 mils, we talk that 1 mil is 1,000 of inch, or 0.025 millimeters, it's not sufficient. You will have additional challenges already in exposure process. This is why you need perfection in a film. For artwork printing, I'm using a Canon jet printer. Why not a laser printer? Unfortunately, a laser printing process is a plastic powder glued to paper, and it doesn't have homogeneous structure. Here there should be pitch black, as it on a screen. There's a lot of small dots, and in reality those are etched out. There are several ways how to overcome with some chemical sprays what melts that plastic small particles is getting better. Then you can put two films together. All those processes are not very good. Actually, with a good jet printer and a good film, you can get a better darkness and even black level. You can easily see it on a microscope. And now let's look at several printed artworks under the microscope. How does it look like? Here you have classical example of pixel graphics artifacts. You can see those are 10 mil tracks, and those are already so-so. And then due to the artwork, about 20% of area is already jeopardized. Jeopardized. And it is printed by good printer. And you can see that those artifacts everywhere where we have 40 degrees angles, we have those artifacts of compressed picture. In reality, you need by far more resolution to have perfect picture. That means all those small tiny tracks are under the risk. This is already challenge for for my etching, for everything. And you can see that there's a small part. Maybe I can even make it larger. Just okay. I made it larger. Everywhere here is challenges with edges. The picture is not sharp. You can see that even that print is kind of problematic, and all those parts will be etched out, and then you have so tiny good quality print. Afterwards it's a problem, but you can see the black is perfect, absolutely perfect black, and this is why I choose a inkjet printer. We'll talk later on about settings, but black is good. In reality, black is not that good for exposed photosensitive film. But printed black here is good. The major issues coming with that artwork. And now let's take artwork from the good film with vector graphics, and you can see there is no such artifacts anymore. Mainly this is those are printer errors. Those are pure printer errors what you have here. Printer is not perfect as well, but your tracks are much better. If you do some kind of etching here, that area is more confident. Not a huge difference, but it is important. It is important difference. And also I'm using here very good film. And here let's watch from ink side. Now we're watching from ink side, and why it is important that ink side should face photoresist. Here is much better and sharper edges. So you will get the tracks. The tracks will be the same wobbling as here. It's not a razor sharp. If you want them to razor sharp, it's 10mm tracks, then you need a laser exposure. Then you need a laser exposure. Practically, those are limits of my inkjet printer, and it's good printer. Practically, I can't go lower than this resolution, and this is very good film, expensive film from screen printing industry. I think A4 size film costs are some 30 cents. And also for our technology, we stick with those costs. We buy only this film, not other film. In DIY channels and some experiments, people are talking about Kodoscope films. No, you can't use Kodoscope films because they are granulated by some small dots, and you can't etch it out. You need to buy the best film possible for inkjet printer, and then you are so at a 10mm technology. Actually, with confidence, you can smallest size what you can do is 10mm. The 10mm is excellent manufacturing quality. We can do it here with no problem. Not that good as in factory, but with a confidence. And here I have a kind of test pattern printed on Kodoscope film, mainly for a test what I can get. And definitely I can't print 1mm at all. At least here you can. One print has a zero tracks, but I can print 5mm, but I can't execute. After etching, the tracks are not continuous, but 10mm I can do with confidence. Theoretically, I can do 5mm, really optimizing process, but it would be nightmare. 5mm. 10mm is a very good process. And when you go further up, then it's absolutely no problem. How that film reflects to, here you have, when film is good, look, photoresist covered tracks are excellent. It's not etched yet, but I just want to show you how good is this photoresistive method. Look at the quality of the tracks. And here I want to show you impact of Kodoscope, those small particles. You can see those are here, between areas which should be absolutely clean. There are dots, and those dots will stay after etching. No way to use Kodoscope film. Nevertheless, I have seen videos and people saying that you can use it. No, you can't. At least for a high quality boards, you can't. Look at all those small particles are those small dots what are in Kodoscope film. And here you can see that somehow exposure for 1mm is almost impossible. For 5mm is not confidence. 8mm so 10mm is confidence. 10mm you can make with a confidence. I know that people don't like photolithography due to the chemical elements included, but it is most affordable, very easy technology. Very easy technology. If I can do this effortlessly, of course there are some building blocks of your knowledge, but come on, easy. Small patterns, you know, that 0805 or 06 03 easy. Even 04 02 you can do. 04 02. And the last topic for artwork printing is settings. I have Canon IX 6800 series printer. It's A3 printer, and we're using it for screen printing artworks to print enclosures. But it is amazingly good printer, and you can use also for PCB, but there are some specific settings for the best quality. So Canon allows you to create a custom settings, and you should boost everything what you have to the maximum. And the first thing, you should choose Photo Paper Pro Platinum. Yeah, here you have Photo Paper Pro Platinum. This is only paper what allows you to boost the custom settings to the maximum. On here, no, on the page, no, here, you can set a custom and boost quality or resolution to the maximum. Rest of photo papers don't allow to do it. You have somewhere 2 and 3 and 4 here, but here you can set to the number 1. If you have another printer, you should find out how to set it. I have this one, and I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Then color intensity, you should set manual and set. You can see I boosted intensity to the max, contrast to the max, everything to the max. Then it takes a lot of ink. But in that case, your black is black, acceptably black, that you can go with one film. I saw some people are printing 2 artworks and putting them together. No, with a high resolution you can't do that. You should stick with the one film. It is still challenging, even with one film. And then you are able, with the right exposure settings, to get a perfect result. You can't go with the 2 films. As I mentioned, we are talking about tolerances at a molecular level, I think, and even a small shades and height from the ink to photoresist impacts, and the thickness of film also impacts all your final resolution. As I said, if you do everything right, then 10 mils you can do with confidence. Actually, with elaborating process, you can do 5 mils. But yeah, 10 mils with confidence. And 10 mils is what we want. Depending on printer what you have, you should find those boost capabilities of it. And one more important thing here on a Canon, this IX600 6008 series, you can see borderless printing. No way, because if you put a borderless printing, then your artwork will change size. It will not be 1:1 according your drawing. It will be a little bit larger, and it will make crazy problems for you. So don't set a borderless printing. And it may happen that you want to put in a film as much as possible artworks and going with the tight margins, and this borderless printing will happen automatically, and you'll be shocked that there is nothing about the tolerance anymore. You measure it and there is a couple of millimeters error. No, it's not a couple of millimeters error. Printer is perfect, but you should not use this borderless printing. Okay, that's in short, and the aim of this video was just to draw your attention to small things that have large impact to your final result. And I summarized all my learnings here.